You're listening to the Wife Wednesday Radio Network. Find, follow, and like us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and more. You can hear us across the U.S. and around the world on Apple Podcasts, Pandora, iHeartRadio, Amazon Podcasts, Spotify, and more. Now, here are your favorite radio wives.
Hey everybody, it's Wednesday and I'm one of your wives, Cena.
And I'm Nicole.
We're back with a whole new season of the Wife Wednesday show, and you can now find us on every major podcast platform across the country.
That's right. So sit back, relax, and join us for this week's episode here on the Wife Wednesday Radio Network. All right. Fact of the week. In 1937, Spam, the lunch meat, not the internet junk, was introduced into the market by the Hormel Foods Corporation. And then in 1971, the 26th Amendment to the United States Constitution, lowering the American voting age from 21 to 18 years, was formally certified by President Richard Nixon. And then in 1996, Dolly the sheep was born, the first mammal cloned from an adult cell. She actually had 3 mothers. I don't understand it either.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't understand it either. So, yeah. That's it.
So hi.
Welcome
back.
We're here. It feels like it's been a decade.
It does feel like it's been a decade, and honestly, we did really bad planning, folks, because
we didn't do shit.
We didn't do shit.
Other than that photo challenge on Instagram, we didn't do shit.
And honestly, that was Nicole. Cena was going through
it.
And
yeah. I think that's the only thing that was keeping me sane.
They kept you accountable?
Literally, yeah.
I shut down.
It's okay.
For 3 weeks.
You apparently needed it, though.
But we're back, baby.
We are back.
And first of all, it is July, which means it's my birthday month.
Yeah.
And we brought this in princess style with a banger.
Literally. Yes. Ow. My microphone just shocked my nose.
Did you forget about that?
It hadn't been doing it.
Mine did. Mine earlier.
Because we've been gone so long. We've been gone so long that the original outlet we used apparently died and we didn't know it.
So say la vie to that. What have you done?
Okay.
What's been going on?
So I was thinking on it and I'm like, I really didn't do anything but work overtime.
Yeah.
At work and go on vacation. That was all my June really consisted of. Other than celebrating my son's birthday, and I didn't do a whole lot in June, and that's okay for me.
Yeah. Yeah. We had a Father's Day anniversary cookout for my parents who celebrated 37 years.
Yes,
this
that
year.
was fun.
And most importantly, the cat had kittens.
Euphemia had kittens. I don't know if we've ever mentioned it.
No. Yeah, I don't know if we did or not because it was
Yeah, it all happened around the same time.
Yeah, so my parents' cat broke out, got knocked up,
by
home.
3 different cats.
Yeah, she was a hoe.
Yes.
Respect.
So let's start this off with they tried to get me to get a cat the whole pregnancy. And it was a hell to the no.
Mm-hmm.
I am now the owner of a cat. When they were born, Cena was messaging me. She's like, Nicole, there's an all black one. And I'm like, geez, that's all you had to say.
That's all I had.
Literally, I was like, well, I have a cat now.
Literally,
before I even asked Josh, I was like, she's mine.
And I was saying no.
You said no for a hot minute.
And then there was one that would see me and run to me every morning when I got coffee.
Uh-huh.
And I realize it now it's because she's an attention hoe.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
She
is a social butterfly.
Simply a stepping stone to get to Andrew.
Yeah. For sure.
We adopted Miss Bootsy Calico as of July 1st, brought her home.
Yes.
And the moment she crossed our threshold, she ceased being my kitten and became my husband's.
Yes. Literally any female who holds her, she is trying to yeet herself out of your arms.
But if it's a man.
But it's a man, she's like, this is where I belong. And
Yeah.
I'm like, I get you. We all hoes around here.
Yeah. Like literally, I get it.
Yeah.
Male attention's validating.
It is.
And
Female
hate saying
attention is validating.
Female attention's validating in a different way.
Agreed. But
It's-
also,
Yeah. It's a different kind of power.
it is. So I mentioned that I did a lot of overtime
Yeah.
for work. I may have burned myself out at one point and literally I would work and then I'd come home and work some more after I ate dinner, made dinner, spent time with the boys for like an hour. Then I would work some more. And it was a lot to where the week before, like it was like a week or two before I left on vacation, I literally didn't do any overtime. I didn't do anything in the evenings. I came home and sat on the couch. I was so exhausted mentally.
Yeah.
And when I left for vacation on the 24th, everyone was pretty good. We were kind of caught up, so I'm kind of afraid to go back to work.
I'm pretty sure the place burned down without you.
Probably. I go back to work the day this episode drops, so we'll see how it goes, people.
Yeah, also same.
Yeah.
I've been off only for 4 days and we're already short-staffed.
Yeah.
And they pulled someone from another office for
Yeah,
one day
I remember
and then
you-
someone from another office for today.
Yeah, I remember you saying you didn't know if you were actually going to get today off.
Yeah.
But I'm glad you
And,
did, because
um,
I'm here, so...
Amen.
Cena and I didn't see each other for reals like 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Because the weekend before something...
Everyone was busy. I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
Josh's birthday stuff with
The
your
14th.
family.
It was Father's... No,
We did see each other, but it wasn't the same.
it wasn't. If Cena and I don't have some sort of alone time, it's not the same.
It's not.
It's terrible. This is the first time we've had alone time.
You know what we haven't done, though? We have been so busy we haven't written our fan fiction.
And that's saying something,
And
people.
it's actually hurting part of my soul, I think.
Don't worry, this week it's going to happen.
However, we
Because I'll
have
be
been
home.
plotting our next
Oh, yeah.
story.
I have that written down for show. I think I put it in my hyperfixations.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, but other than that, I said goodbye to my first D&D character because we ended the campaign.
Oh, yeah.
Lilith.
It's hard to
the
say goodbye to the
Enraged.
first one.
Especially Lilith.
Yeah.
She was a star.
Star. Porn star.
Porn star. A star nonetheless. Yeah, I just have it written here that June was just a blur to me.
I agree.
That's literally, I feel terrible because this episode is going to be like, I don't know what just happened the last month.
We blinked and it was over.
Literally.
This is the first time we're really catching up and seeing each other.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So yesterday,
Yes.
July 2nd was my birthday.
Yes, it was.
And we had, okay, so first of all, I had like a birthday weekend.
Yeah.
It
Which is
started
always
off
the correct way
like
to celebrate.
Friday night with the band boys.
Yeah.
And so, partied with the boys.
Listen, I told my uncle, I was like, I texted her, but she hasn't responded. And then I was like, oh, wait, it's band night. She's
with
not
the
going to
boys.
answer me.
She with the boys.
She's not going to answer me.
And so I partied with them. And then Saturday, I go out for breakfast with Megan and Jacob,
Mhm.
or brunch, because Mom and I went shopping that morning.
Yes.
And then we went out for brunch, and then I came home, and then Andrew and I saw each other for a minute, and we were like, well, we're going to go. He's like, I'm going to take you to the bookstore.
Yeah.
He's like, you want books? That's what
Yeah,
we're going
we
to get
can
you
talk
for your
about that.
birthday. Yeah, it's going to move us right into hyperfixation right after this.
I know.
But, first we always get Starbucks. And
Obviously.
then we go to the bookstore because it's a 40-minute drive. And so we drink our Starbucks on the way to the bookstore, go to the bookstore. I'm like a kid in a candy shop.
Yeah.
Right? I'm looking for Hunting Adeline, which is the second book.
Because she bought Haunting Adeline, like
2 weeks ago on a date with Andrew.
Yes.
And so this is like...
Because it was, you were going on a date with Andrew. And we were trying to get time together before I left, but it wasn't working out.
No, it wasn't. And so we went back and we got the next book. And then he's like, well, you can get another book. And so I wanted to get... there's books that I've listened to on audiobook that I want to go back and read.
Yes.
And I want to own the series because I loved it so much. And so I got the first book of The Cruel Prince is the first book. It's like the Air Folk series or whatever it is. And that's by Holly Black. So I'm excited to read that one.
Yeah.
And then this morning I got the first ACOTAR book in a paperback. So I also get to read that one. So I'm going to be very happy. But then, Andrew and I were like, oh, we're not quite ready for dinner. And then so we decided to go to Target because we've been looking for a Gengar Squishmallow for Andrew.
Target. Yes.
And listen, I'm going to tell a really funny short story here.
Okay.
When we got married, we had the hotel up there in that area.
Yeah.
And that morning we went to Target because I wanted film for the Fujifilm camera I had.
Mm-hmm.
And so we went there and I had to poop so bad the morning after my wedding.
I mean,
I had to poop in Target and I hate public pooping.
Yes.
Listen. Yesterday,
we're there, the same thing.
And we're just walking around, and I had a Trenta-size iced coffee.
Oh my gosh!
And
first
I'm
mistake.
Fuck! And we had been laughing on the way in because I was like, "Man, remember the night day after our wedding, and I had to poop so bad." We were like, "Hee." We're in there, we're shopping around Target. And I'm like, "Oh no, Andrew."
Yeah,
he's like, "What?
It's happening again? It's this Target." The curse of Target.
And then I go in there and there's tons of people.
Oh my gosh.
There's this girl, she was like washing hands. And I'm like, okay. She's like the last one. Luckily the people that were in there were leaving. She washes her hands. Then she goes back in the stall.
Oh.
And then goes back out. And it was really strange. And so I was just like, this is just terrible. So that was the worst experience. But then we came home and I don't even know, we started playing Diablo for a little bit. And then my brother we were like, oh, we're gonna go out. We saw my brother, and then Andrew was fixing something on Elaine's car, and then we were taking Braylon to my parents. And
I thought it was weird that she dropped him off yesterday. I'm like, you guys have two vehicles
because hers wasn't starting, and now Andrew's not starting. But then we had our fairy princess birthday party yesterday.
Oh yes, I was the witch.
I said yes to myself all fucking day long.
I know. I was so proud of you.
I denied myself nothing.
Yeah.
I had Jello shots at 10:30 or 11 o'clock when Nicole got here. We ate food all day. We got Starbucks. I ate more food. It was Cena's beauty salon in here.
Yeah.
Kindergarten arts and crafts show out in the garage.
Your dad, he kept saying, you shouldn't be, he kept telling you, but you couldn't hear him, that you shouldn't be doing other people's nails because it's your birthday. I was like, Patrick, this is exactly what she wants. That she literally wouldn't offer it if she didn't want to do this.
Yeah.
Let her be.
Yeah, I just wanted to hang out.
Yes.
And just play with my toys.
Yeah.
That's obviously what birthday parties are for.
Cena's birthday?
Yeah.
Finally.
But we had everyone make garden stepping stones for my garden, and then people could make some to take home with them if they wanted. And so
I went literal with I obviously
It's
did it Deathly
perfect.
Hallows.
obviously in black and white.
Yeah, I did clear for the cloak
invisibility.
the cloak of invisibility, because obviously people. And then I did white for the Elder Wand.
Because it was like, white.
It was like ashy.
Mm-hmm.
And then I did black for the Resurrection Stone because it was black.
Right? Color-coded people.
Think about it.
And I think everyone had fun doing that.
Dude, yeah.
And you know what? So
I loved seeing everyone's and what they were doing.
Yeah. You know what? I was, because Andrew was such a champ and he was so sweaty mixing
Dude.
all that up. Last night I asked him, I'm like, what was your favorite part about the day? And he said, making the garden stones.
Yeah.
He loved that. And I'm like, I was afraid you were miserable.
Because you had to mix all of that up.
Concrete up.
He should have done small batches.
That's what I told him.
I know, but men,
whatever.
men have to learn from their mistakes, and then they don't learn. So
yeah. And right before we recorded this episode, he's now laying upstairs being kittened.
Being kittened.
And he's like, oh, I'm gonna play Diablo. And then Bootsy followed him in, and he flopped on the bed, and he's like, oh, little Bootsy, you come here, Bootsy.
Yeah.
Oh, and we just had a great time. And then we all had Nicole, Andrew, and I all had a sleepover in the office together because it was so humid.
It wasn't even like hot. It was the humidity.
It was damp.
Yes. And it was terrible. But the office, it was perfect all night.
Crisp and cold. Andrew's like, I'm turning off the air conditioner for right now. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. But you better turn that bitch back on.
Yeah.
Because when we play Diablo later, mama needs the cold air.
Yes. Yeah, for sure.
So let's move on to our hyperfixations.
Yeah. So we want to do our common one.
Haunting Adeline.
Haunting Adeline. Wow. Okay. Brittany read this like a month plus ago. Okay?
Yeah,
and she's like, you need to read it. I'm like, I know. I have not been into books. I was like trapped in music land for a hot minute.
Me too.
I'm into books again. We've now crossed over to books again. And Haunting Adeline was the correct way to start off that journey.
God, yeah. Well, I just kept seeing it on TikTok over and over. And I'm like, I need to know who Zayd Meadows is.
Yeah.
And I need to mentally be Adeline and be with him.
Great. Brittany's named her car after Zayd.
Oh, for real?
Yes. And she always says it. And now I'm like, yeah. Absolutely.
Does it
I told you
and fuck you, Brittany?
I mean, yes, it did.
Run. If I catch you, I fuck you.
Yes. That one scene
yeah, right before the belt for her. It was House of Mirrors for me. I mean, I loved all of them.
that scene. Chills.
Actually, trigger warning, cover sensitive ears. Spoils. When he slaps her with his dick.
Oh my God,
I was like, how disrespectful.
Literally, yes.
And I literally, okay, it's no secret. Andrew and I have a very colorful sex life.
Yes.
But I literally stopped and reading this, and I said, Andrew, he makes me think of you because you do this shit.
Yeah. Yes.
Disrespect.
I've been into spicy noodles. Not like burn my mouth spicy, like the heat and flavor.
Like spaghetti oleo that we had at the college.
Oh my God, that was amazing. But yes, something like that.
It's spicy noodles.
It's literally like one of those ramen bowls from Dollar General.
Yeah.
And you can add how much spice you want in it. Oh my gosh,
we should do a homemade ramen night again.
Dude.
Have Treese do it. And we'll do it for a girls' night, I think.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Bagels. All I can think about are bagels.
Carbs.
Carbs, yes, for sure. And garden vegetable cream cheese.
Sploosh.
It's like the best cream cheese.
My mom is obsessing over getting some more hummus that you make.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll make it for her.
My mom and dad and my sister ate the fuck out of it. And mom told me when we were shopping yesterday, she's like, I literally can't stop thinking about
Literally,
the hummus.
when I worked at the college, I said, I have this recipe. Would it be cheaper if we made it? And imagine if we made it. Like, we went through hummus like crazy at the college.
Yeah.
But think of if it was homemade.
Yeah. Like, it's baller, folks.
It's so good. It's the garlic. It's the
Do
fresh garlic.
Do you have this memorized?
Basically.
Do you want to tell us the recipe right now?
No.
Suck my dick. You heard it.
If you want it, come and get it, baby.
Oh.
And then my last one, I'm about to be fixated on this food thing on TikTok, and do you know it? Can you think of it?
What food thing?
The deviled egg dip and the veggies and the chicken apple sausage.
No, I've never seen that. You'll have to send it to me. So what have I been seeing?
It's definitely, it's a cottage cheese, mustard, egg, and you blend it all together. You can like add dill.
I had street corn deviled eggs the other day, and they were amazing. My mother-in-law made them, and it was actually fabulous.
But then you just have all this randomness. You can have like carrots, celery. She has heart of palms. I'm gonna find it because
it's blended with the low-fat cottage cheese.
It can be whichever cottage cheese, really,
or Greek yogurt.
Tiffany Elizabeth. She like makes these lunches and just eats this.
Show me.
I am. She doesn't really do the blending of the dip. Oh, she also eats scrambled eggs with cottage cheese and mustard on it.
Oh, her.
Yes, her. And where is it? Oh, bitches. Like, it's just a bunch of this kind of stuff. She has like dragon fruit, but this is all she like eats. And it's about to be my hyperfixation for like a month.
Is it because you like to watch her eat?
No.
Okay. I didn't know if that's an ASMR thing for you sometimes.
It is. I do like, but that's mainly for the food, not actually watching people eat, because I hate that.
Andrew loves it.
I don't like people's mouths, so.
I hate people's mouths, too.
Literally, I will look at someone, and if I don't like their mouth, I'm like, I'm going the other fucking way. I will not talk to you, because I will only be able to stare at your mouth. So
mine is only if it's like gross, foody, wet noises.
I know. Watermelon.
Mm-hmm.
I love the crunch of a watermelon.
But I can watch a dog eat it and it's fine.
I don't understand your brain sometimes.
I think it's because it's an animal and a person shouldn't eat like an animal. So that's why I don't like the sounds of people eating grossly.
First one of the season.
I'm gonna shit in your shoes.
Fucking do it. Oh, and then my last hyperfixation was setting up our new story.
Okay, that was my last one too. Is the
like
new
we've
story.
been creating our characters and their backstories, and the only thing we have to do is build our house on The Sims and our garage.
Yeah. Are we gonna live by this?
No.
Okay, we live away from it.
Yes. And I was gonna say this last night, but I totally forgot about it. We live on someone's land, renting a home.
Yeah.
By a little lake pond thing.
Yeah.
Whose land is it? Is it gonna be like someone? Did we come to this town because there was a witch already in town, and it's like this old biddy who's just kind of there keeping an eye on things, kind of like Mrs. Finch from Harry Potter. Like, she was a squib.
Yes. Should
it be a squib?
It could be.
Who's just kind of there to keep an eye out, report
Mhm.
any news kind of thing.
Pretty much like the thoughts I had with that, because I've been thinking about it as well,
Uh-huh.
is so spoilers for our fan fiction that no one will read.
Exactly. You will only know by what we reveal to you.
The way that Nicole's and I characters are, because we recycle our characters.
Yes, we do.
Restarting with the same characters, except we're going to be going under aliases because
Oh,
Nicole's
yeah.
character commits murder.
I did.
But to be fair, it's because my character's husband is abusive.
Is it toxic?
And we have to figure out what he does that's so terrible that you actually murder him to get him.
Listen, it wouldn't take a lot.
It would not
In
take
Raven
a lot.
and Gwen's eyes, it
No.
would not take a lot.
But so literally murders. Yeah, he's part of this crime syndicate, which is then after us, along with the Ministry of Magic.
Yes.
So what I imagined is that you, Raven's like, hey, so I have $50,000 cash and we can leave right now.
Yeah.
We have fake passports. Like, I've got our escape. I know how to escape. We can do this.
Yeah.
And because Raven is very rich.
Raven is rich.
And we
Family,
use
old
most
money.
of that cash to like purchase that shop, but
Purchase
also
offline.
to buy like our way secretly into America kind
Yeah.
of thing. Like so that no one knows we're actually there.
Yes,
'Cause I
Santiago.
was thinking we can't
I can
apparate.
recycle him because
Like-
he was my
Oh yeah.
thing for
You're
the
an
last
island
one.
boy.
Yeah, he got Thorne's IDs and things.
Yeah. And so
Because
it
I
could
named
be,
him Dickie.
yes. So it could be him. But you know, we use most of our money to relocate, and I was thinking we can't apparate
Yeah,
because that's how Ministry would be able to track
they track
us.
you. Yeah,
So we have to use vehicles to get around,
Mhm.
which
I already have my vehicle.
I've got
I
to pick
put
one.
it on there.
I thought about just using a broom,
You could
and then
totally
we
do like
share
a.
your truck.
Listen, I don't have a truck.
Or-
I have a motorcycle.
Oh, that's right.
I was thinking
That
of
would
you
be your
on like this
backpack.
cutesy moped.
Oh my god, that'd be so
Like it would be
cute.
totally a Gwen thing to have this like flower power moped
Yes.
driving through town.
Yes, and I'd want big round like
Yes.
glasses. Like,
Yes. Yeah. For sure.
And listen, we've already started our buffet of fictional men.
Ow. Yes.
And it's a buffet.
Yeah.
And we're
The
not
show
done.
is. 'Cause
We're
it's-
not
and
done.
it's based in the South.
Oh yeah.
So
We've
Mm.
decided. I don't even know if Remington, Georgia, is a real
me
place.
neither.
Or not.
We kind of just chose
but-
Georgia and we're like, this is the name of the town.
Yeah. It's gonna be Georgia or Texas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like Georgia though.
I like Georgia too, just because Kane Brown,
Oh, yeah.
but also because that's where Thorne's from. Like,
There for show
Fanatically.
is
there a Remington, Georgia?
hold on. Yeah.
But listen, we've been making different men
Like
and like
yes.
romantic interests. We're about to make our first female character.
Remington is like a subdivision of Atlanta.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Yeah, so that's not really it, but we're just
Yeah.
calling it Remington. Anyways,
Like it's the middle of nowhere kind of vibe, but close enough to a city.
but it's going to be by a military base.
Yes, that as
because
well.
you know where we're going.
You know where we're going.
So, there's also going to be just
We should have saved this talk for Nerd Questing.
we should have,
We
and we
can-
still can.
Yes.
Because Nerd Questing, I'm going to talk about the direction I want to take
It would
the
be
show
fun. Yes.
for the next like season, 2 seasons.
Because when we talk about the AI, I mean, we used it for our characters'
Yeah.
biographies,
yeah,
which is perfect.
muy bien.
All right, welcome back to the shit show, people.
Yeah, welcome back to our crazy minds. We got fan fiction, kittens, and food on the mind.
all the time.
Fan fiction, kittens, and carbs.
Yes!
And that could be the title. Happy birthday month. Thanks for listening to this week's episode.
This week's show was recorded by yours truly in our studio in Ohio.
Our show is edited, mixed, and published by the team at Lead Up Studios, and our executive producer is Dustin,
AKA Daddy.
You've been listening to the Wife Wednesday podcast.
Until next time,
Bye.
You've been listening to the Wife Wednesday Radio Network. Wife Wednesday is produced by Lead Up Studios in St. Louis, Missouri. Sound mastering and final production is handled by me, Dustin. Be sure to find, like, and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And don't forget to share the show with your friends. New episodes from the Wife Wednesday Radio Network drop every Wednesday on all major podcast platforms in the U.S. and abroad. To contact the show directly, please email us at info@wifewednesdaypod.com. Thanks for listening.